What a disappointing game. I am so devastated with the result of this game. This was supposed to be a sure 3 points, and I was so sure. I mean, of course, we have had interactions in the past where we have met teams that are perhaps not as strong as we are currently in the Premier League. They're probably perhaps even in the bottom 5, and this is exactly what happened today. We were embarrassed, we were demoralized, we were demolished. We dominated the game throughout. We had so many opportunities to score so many goals. I mean, we were just too comfortable. We were too comfortable, and I'm so glad this is what happened. I mean, going to international break, this is the wake-up call we needed. I mean, why did we make the substitution so late? I mean, why did we... Guys, I am so disappointed with this game. I mean, it was so clear from the onset that Burnley, they were looking for a draw, and they ensured till their last breath that this was going to be a sure draw for them. They didn't even look to win. They had an opportunity to win this game. They could have taken 3 points from this game, but they just wanted a draw. And I don't know why you'd be so satisfied with a draw. You should be trying to nick in as many goals as possible, win as many goals as possible, and I am disappointed. We cannot go back to where we were last season. This is what caused, the whole saga of Lampard being sacked, and we cannot go back there. We are not going back there, and I am frustrated. I am annoyed. This was one of our worst games. I mean, we had so many opportunities, so many careless mistakes. Why was Ben Chilwell in this game? What was he doing? This is not the same Ben Chilwell that has nicked in so many goals. I think 3 goals. This is not the same Ben Chilwell that has nicked in goals for us. And in terms of our starting 11, we had a very strong starting squad. But as the game proceeded forward, we just lost it. We became too comfortable, and Burnley had to teach us a lesson. I am glad Burnley actually ended this game in a draw. They could have won the game, don't get me wrong. We could have won. This was supposed to be sure 3 points, but we did not win this game. And sadly, going to international break, we are back. We're back at a tight position because now Man City is behind us with I think 3 points or 4 points. I think 4 points. And then Liverpool are yet to play their game tomorrow. So if Liverpool win their game, we will be back on head-to-head with Liverpool, and this is not how we were supposed to be playing. We were supposed to ensure that we maintain the gap. Hence, when we go for international break, we ensure that we maintain our lead, and when we have draws, when we have games that are a bit tough, we will not be struggling when it comes to the table. Now, with this draw, will not give us a chance to maintain the lead in the Premier League. So what's up, Wagwan beautiful people? I hope you guys are feeling good. I'm sure most of you are not. Most of you probably will not watch this video, but hey, I still have to do it. I mean, it is for the team, and we still collected 1 point. I'd rather a draw over a loss, and even though this game was supposed to be a sure win, we lost it, and we were facing Burnley, and Burnley at home, at effing home, we had a draw. But it is what it is, guys. Let us jump right into it. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Now, for the starting 11, the formation was the same. 3-4-2-1 is what Thomas Tuchel went with. A few of the people I mentioned that would be starting in my predicted starting 11 were there, and I was so glad to see some of them. But it was a very interesting starting front three. I mean, I mentioned we have been struggling a little bit with our front three. I mean, we have our strikers out. Lukaku is out, Timo Werner is out, and I thought we would continue with the same players that played in the Malmo game. And this game, Burnley is no Malmo, and definitely they showed us they are no Malmo. In terms of the starting 11, we had Mendy in goal. Then for the back three, we had Rudiger, Christensen, and Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Christensen. Then for the midfield four, we had Ben Chilwell. Then at the pivot, we had Jorginho, and Kante, just as I predicted. That at the end, Reece James was phenomenal, and Reece James was pulling these are some of the players who were pulling the team forward, but some of the players were just pulling us backwards, the likes of Ben Chilwell, but we'll jump into it a bit later. And then for the front three, we had a very new introduction. We had Callum Hudson-Odoi, we had Ross Barkley, who was not been starting, and this time Thomas Tuchel decided that he should be given the opportunity to start. And then up front we had Kai Havertz. Now, in terms of the first half, of course, we were dominating in terms of possession, in terms of the passing accuracy, in terms of the attempted shots. We were just on a high. We started on a high. We were attacking solidly. We were defending too. And so I felt like this game, we were supposed to win this game. This was supposed to be a sure 3 points. When we started the game, of course, there were some silly mistakes. I felt like Ben Chilwell was off in this game. This is not the Ben Chilwell that scored those beautiful goals in the past few games. In terms of Kai Havertz, he was losing the ball in some spaces that I felt that were a bit careless, but I will give him a pass because he gave us the goal that gave us the draw. But in terms of the players, I felt like they were struggling a little bit. In terms of our defense, I felt like the defense was solid. I mean, the ball was not going through to our side of the pitch for the most part during the first half. I mean, in terms of Pope, I have to give Pope a shout out. I mean, he was very good in this game. He ensured that as much as we were trying to score as many goals as possible, he ensured that no goals were just getting in their goal. I mean, if this was the Norwich game, this would have probably been, 7-10 goals. But this was not the case. I mean, Pope was supposed to be the man of the match for this game in terms of Burnley. I mean, he showed up for the squad, and this is what we should be expecting from your keeper. And Mendy, sadly, his clean sheets, I mean, every time we give Mendy the praise for his clean sheets, something happens. So Mendy, in terms of the first half, I mean, the first few minutes we were dominating in terms of the possession, in terms of the passes. We were dominating, but domination does not mean anything till you nick in goals. And in the 33rd minute, what a beautiful pass from the midfield, and then Reece James with the beautiful pass to Kai Havertz, and then Kai Havertz with the headshot to nick us in our first and only goal. We were supposed to be having countless more goals, but this game just goes to show you what happens when you don't finish your ball properly, when you don't make sure that you dominate the game by scoring as many goals as possible. Then you relax. But once you just score one goal and then you relax, this is what happens. This game would have probably ended in a worse way, but I felt like we salvaged through it. Somehow we were having the home advantage and we still did not use this to our advantage. So I was very disappointed with this game. Coming to the second half, of course, you'd see Burnley were looking for that equalizer. They were just looking for a draw. Plain and simple, they did not come to win this game. They had an opportunity, a one-on-one with Mendy, but they did not even want to score. It was just ballistic. I mean, I don't even understand it. Why would you be having a one-on-one with the goalkeeper and not score? I am not for Burnley, but I felt like that should have been a sure goal for Burnley. Now, in terms of the second half, of course, we continued dominating. We were ensuring the short passes were beautiful, some attempted shots, but some of the shots that were trying, some of the finishes were just poor. I mean, Reece James was phenomenal in this game, don't get me wrong. Some of the players were really nice in this game. Callum Hudson-Odoi was phenomenal. He deserves more game time, and I'm glad to see that he's getting the game time. But that front three is struggling. We are struggling, and of course, in terms of our injuries, I mentioned in my previous video that Mason Mount would probably be present in this game, but probably not starting, maybe coming in the substitution. But I feel like when the substitutions were being made, it was too little too late. Thomas Tuchel waited till when Burnley had equalized then he started making the substitutions. I mean, Ruben Loftus-Cheek comes in, and of course, you see his impact in the game. But we're just, Burnley have equalized the game, and they're going to make sure that they are going to defend till the end. And as Chelsea, we have had a history of not scoring last minute goals. So I was not expecting any change, any chances that, of course, I was not expecting any change towards the end of the game. I mean, this is not a Man United game where we probably have a Ronaldo or a savior like Ronaldo to help us making that last minute goal. But even with Ronaldo, I mean, with the Manchester derby today, it does not always happen. I mean, it does not always happen. And the goals, they lost. Man United lost. And I felt like in this game, we would have won. We would have won this game. Going to international break, coming back, we would definitely have better chances of staying at the top of the table. But if this is how we're going to play, we have no chance at winning this title. I mean, Liverpool are not joking. Tottenham have gotten their coach. They are set with Conte, and they're not wasting any more time. With Conte start in Tottenham, he made sure he started it with a win. He has reverted Tottenham to the 4-3-3 formation, and I'm a bit worried, guys. I mean, if we cannot win Burnley, we are about to face Leicester after the international break. We are about to face Manchester United after the international break. If you're not able to beat Burnley, what will happen when we face these two big squads? I mean, guys, this is just a very sad game, a devastating game. And if you're watching this video, I know you're disappointed. In terms of my score prediction, just as I finish off, I mean, I predicted a 3-0 win for Chelsea, but it ended up with a 1-1 draw, but I will take it rather than having a loss. But we would have done so much better, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and don't forget to, it's sad what happened, and I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated. Let us go for the international break. Hopefully we don't sustain any injuries, and hopefully we're able to come back bigger and better, and hopefully when we're back, we'll be having our strikers back, and hopefully they can make a difference. It was just a matter of time before we considered our first goal, and this was it. And sadly, guys, it has been a long day. Up to Chelsea.